listening to the Lamorning After podcast.
All right, well, you're going to introduce this guy or what?
Yeah, so welcome back to another special edition of the Lamorning After. With my esteemed colleague here, Kyle, the legend, Shevrin. We are sitting with one of the funniest people in the world. And I say that, and I truly mean that.
You mean it?
Yeah. To have him on the podcast that the Rolling Stone calls the most epic thing they've ever seen or heard. Award-winning podcast, multiple-time award-winning podcast. To have him on here is truly a blessing. You can see him on Not Dead Yet. You can see him on his award-winning podcast, Take Your Shoes Off. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Glassman.
I'm Kyle.
Whoa.
Dude, this is weird. I'm interviewing myself.
Well, if you're here, then...
I'm 33 years old.
Wait, Rick. Oh, I thought you were going to take him off at the same time because we were the same. Okay, we'll leave him on.
You're not wearing a hat. So
Ricky?
I can kind of tell the difference between the two of you.
Take yours off.
Take yours off.
Take your shoes off. Podcast. We were talking about. When does this episode come out? Do you know?
Whenever you wanted to.
It doesn't matter. But
Next Wednesday.
Well, I think next. So the same week. I think yesterday. Came out our you, me, and Harry Mack.
Oh, it came out yesterday?
I think so. Once people see this, of course.
Yes. Oh, yes. That makes sense. Now, did you take out all the things that I needed to be taken out?
You didn't tell me anything to take out.
Well, I think you would have assumed that.
I'm going to look through. The only stuff that I have to go make my pass still on it is we did a lot of music, and I was embarrassed for days after.
You can redeem yourself here.
But I think I might want to at least trim out some of mine, and if I see any of yours that is either not good or not funny, I'll leave that in.
No.
If I'm taking out, I might just trim some down.
Yeah,
but
because here's what you don't want. The fans are on my side now. Whenever I'm on your podcast,
right,
they love it. It's a special episode. So here's what I don't want to happen. I go on there, bad performance, new fans, new followers. They go, this motherfucker's shitty.
You were everything you did was funny. Thanks. I was embarrassed because Harry was unbelievably good. Mm-hmm. You were so funny, and then I don't remember but I think there was a half. I'm not being mean. Mm-hmm. We did maybe 7 songs. I think during one of them, half of it you were good, and I wasn't good in any of them. And I felt forced, and I felt like I just was not in. I'm always in a pocket on the podcast.
You know who Harry.
And I wasn't.
Harry Mack
I've seen him freestyle in front of like Tom Brady. I've seen him freestyle in front of everybody.
Let me tell you something.
It's a magic trick.
Yeah, but it's intimidating because we joke around and we get a lot of funny stuff when it's just us two. When he's there, for some reason, we're trying to like actually say shit and it doesn't work.
I felt, and I could very easily have been projecting, but I felt the combination of him and you there. I felt you trying. Mm-hmm. And that's not a bad thing at all, but that gave me a different you. And I didn't feel as like, which is on me, but like, because Harry's great and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do good. Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're not good. Do I have to try and be that?
Rick, sometimes you don't got to try. And I don't know why. There ain't no beat.
See, that's the kind of stuff you were doing, and it's just didn't work.
Wait, what do you mean? Just now, you didn't even let me get through the first half of the bar. I had something really fucking insightful to say at the end of it.
Oh, you pre-wrote this?
No, I just knew it was going to be insightful.
So it was written?
No, in my head, I knew it was
right. You thought about it beforehand, and
no, in the moment, in real time.
Okay, go ahead and hear it again.
Guess what? I'm done. I don't, those days are over for me. I don't do music anymore.
What do you weigh now? 120?
165 kilos, something like that. 165.
What are those awards for?
Just awesomeness.
We won Best Podcast of 2024 and then Best Podcast of 2025.
How many episodes do you have out?
1.
This comes out today.
Yeah.
That's so fast.
They already knew. They said.
So they had it pre-written as well.
Well, it's always predetermined. These things are. You just gotta grease the right palms. You know what I'm saying?
No, tell me.
This guy had Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on
now. Rick, so I was on your Instagram the other day, and you posted this video where you hosted something. You hosted the Astra Awards.
Yeah.
Quick question about that.
Sure.
when you made that video of you going on stage and everyone's dancing and Willem Dafoe is like doing this.
I did not tell him to do that.
He was doing that because of you.
Yeah. He was so I don't know Willem Dafoe any more than you guys. He comes over for Thanksgiving and we, fuck each other sometimes. But the bit was that Howie Mandel was hosting the award show, and I made an intro video with him. The audience saw it, and then Howie didn't come out on stage. And then the crew came out and like, I'm sorry, we can't start the show yet, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm in the audience, and basically I'll do it. And people didn't know what was going on. I'm sure they figured it out. But Willem Dafoe was at my table. So I think he felt some type of like,
yeah, some sort of
He was cheering you on.
kinsmanship.
He was your guy.
yeah, the same way that because LeBron and I played each other in high school, when he made it to the big leagues, I was kind of like there with him. I feel like Willem Dafoe looks at me like his LeBron.
Just rewind that. Rewind that.
I'm LeBron. Willem Dafoe is me at the Astro Awards.
Just rewind that for a second. You played against LeBron in high school. This is something that I know.
Yeah,
Right?
so we basically can't come from the same place.
No.
I've seen that clip of you guys playing.
Which one?
The one where he dunks on you.
But anyway, so Willem was at the table, and he just and then when I got up to go do, like, I'm like, I guess I'll do it. And I got up and he pulled me aside. He goes, "Make it quick." Like he just wanted to get his award and get out.
Dude, he's awesome. He's also tiny. I saw him recently. He's like a smaller man. When I watch him on TV, he strikes me, especially when he's playing like villain roles.
Mm-hmm.
He strikes me as somebody who's like. Ugh.
So there's a difference. A lot of people don't. You wouldn't get this. You get it. But in show business, when you make a lot of stuff, sometimes a lot of people get confused with the height and the presence.
Yeah.
Because somebody could have a big presence, but not be that tall.
Love a big presence. That makes sense.
Like I'm relatively tall. I don't have a big presence.
First of all, take that back because you are. You are very tall. But two, your presence is larger than life, Rick.
Thanks, man.
Let's unpack this for a second. Do you honestly think you're not a good person?
Oh, I that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying my
You're not a
presence.
pervert.
No.
You're not a pervert. You're not a creep. You're not a sexual deviant.
Yeah, you could be way worse.
Yeah, you're not on drugs.
Oh, other than my left testicle, I'm almost perfect. I'm just saying that, like, I'm on a TV show and like I get rebounds. You know,
Nice.
I take charges, and that's my job, and I'm happy to do it.
Very, very nice.
Dude, remember we won that Comedy League championship
I
basketball?
do. You have one of the trophies, don't you? Do you still?
Do we still
No.
I have the T-shirt, the gray tee.
So
Never got a fucking trophy. You know damn well those are sitting in your house.
I only kept one of them. We won 5 out of 6 years, and I only kept one of them. I thought you had one, Kurt had one, I think Brent had one, Willie had one. I have one.
I have the T-shirt. I know I have the T-shirt for sure.
Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the trophy?
No.
Jesus.
The trophy was this, that we got to have done it. We got to play the Improv. We got to play the Comedy Store. We got to play Upright Citizens Brigade. They all lost to the Rick Glassmans.
Which is so interesting, right? All these places are institutions, and that's the name of their team. Rick was like, nah, y'all all part of my shit.
Rick's the only person I've seen in a game get ejected, but for just arguing, not even a call about himself or someone else. You were just arguing with the ref just to argue.
I don't remember.
And you got tossed.
It was a different time. It was pre-COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
He was probably saying that, like, I have a big presence. I'm like, no, I don't, dude.
Rick, we like to
I like Lamorne podcast host is a different guy. Now, Rick, it's interesting. You know, like you got like I'm a host. You know, I was looking at your Instagram.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing a Jay Leno.
Well, I have to. You know why? Because I want to keep the conversation going. I want to keep fucking, setting you up to score. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you guys are the ones with the awards and the big presences.
That's because we allow, it's like Club Shay Shay. We allow the guests to come in and speak their truth about other comics. It's cute.
I have not watched any of his podcasts yet, but I really should. There's the beef with Monique and Kevin Hart. I actually have a lot of opinions on.
Let's hear it.
It's not for me to talk about, or Kyle.
Why not?
We're not black.
You could. I have opinions on white people stuff.
I don't want to hear them.
I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead.
Man, these white people be tripping. Man, they crazy, bro. I be like, Damn raisins in the potato salad, bitch. What?
It's crazy that you don't do stand up as that and put out a full half-hour special as that.
Man, you don't see a white person? Oh, they be white. Ooh, and pink.
Yeah, what color, when you would draw white people as a kid, what color crayon did you use? Peach?
I didn't.
I use brown.
Yeah, I wouldn't draw white people as a kid. That doesn't make any sense.
I drew black people.
Why?
Since I was a little kid, I was always telling stories
About black people.
No, I didn't see that many black people on television. I didn't see that many Asian people on television. I didn't see enough women directors.
Thank you.
So I would draw women directors and black people and Chinese people.
It's funny now.
And I would use peach, brown, and
Careful.
no comment.
Okay, can we get back to our regularly scheduled program? This is Podcast Lamorne now speaking. There is a part of our show where we poll our fans. Sometimes we take turns polling them. Kyle will poll them sometimes.
It sounds like you're talking about dicking them down.
No. We're polling them.
Yeah, with your poll. We poll them. Sometimes Kyle polls them. Sometimes we poll them together after a good show.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes we get all the rest of the boys involved, and we get the whole staff. They'll go poll fans.
Giant polling.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we have the fans ask us questions specifically for our guest.
Mm-hmm.
You, my friend, you're our guest. So,
Like from Beauty and the Beast.
Be our guest. Be our guest. I don't know the rest.
We told him Rick's coming on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Glassman, Ricky G, Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat.
Don't you go by that?
I had not since like January.
Oh shit! Yeah, we don't keep up as much.
Damn, you got no cards? What are you writing? What are you writing? A pilot?
No, these are the questions from the fans. That we polled.
because of like Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hold him to your forehead? Do you know about that? Do you know white culture enough?
I do know white culture. Yeah, just heads up.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's interesting you call that white culture when in fact that's black culture. Everybody knows a black man invented heads up. Ellen just stole it.
Ellen.
She has that game Heads Up on the iPhone.
Oh, I was talking about Johnny Carson as Sumac or Olmac or whatever his name is.
Everybody knows Johnny Carson stole all his material
from Freddie Prinze Jr.
I thought you were going to say Anthony Anderson.
No. Anthony Mackie.
Oh.
This is where, like, if you look at the analytics, you'll just see, like, you'll figure we'll trim this stuff up.
And so we poll the fans and they ask us a series of questions. And so we want to shoot some questions at you. This is just for our fans to get to know you a little bit better. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
It's your show, man. Congratulations on this, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just trying to be like you.
Ricky Steamboat.
Kyle, would you like to go first?
Sure, I'll go second. Rick, what was your last search on
Are you going second?
WebMD?
You just said you're going to go
You're
second.
second, so yeah. So go ahead,
but I
Lauren.
just went first.
Okay.
Yeah, you threw me off.
I don't really search WebMD. Yeah, I don't search WebMD.
Yes, you
I just
do.
go to doctors constantly.
No.
I don't search
Really?
WebMD. No.
Because you seem like a self-diagnoser.
I do a lot of searching online for like for hypothesis to like kind of like what is this? Is there something I could better understand?
WebMD, motherfucker. That's what you're saying.
No, not specifically. I look at published journals, and I'll look at some stuff, but like it's not to get diagnoses necessarily. It's more so like, for example, I'm seeing my urologist.
God, this motherfucker.
What's this guy's name, by the way? Should we just shout him out?
None of your business.
His name is Larry. And
I don't want to talk about. I don't
Okay.
talk about my personal relationships.
He runs the operation at the back of a comedy club. Rick, that man is not a urologist. That man is molesting you.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, I'll definitely look at your nut again, Rick.
The reason was because I get blood work kind of routinely, and I saw something that I didn't know what this thing was, and I looked it up. I can't remember now. It starts with an L. I looked it up online, and I found some information about it. And
Lymphoma.
No, it's about
thank God.
It's about the something to do with either the sperm or the semen.
Olympic.
Oh, your metachlorian count.
No, you're thinking of what makes a Jedi powerful.
That's
I'm
right.
talking about sperm.
Yeah. You're
And anyway,
loose nuts.
So I have a lot of I used to have it. I still have some hormonal questions. I have very high testosterone, and for a while my estrogen was also high. And I'm just trying to understand certain things. So like, oh, I didn't realize that this actually has an effect on this. So I didn't like figure it out myself. I'm like, oh, I should go see a urologist.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense. And what conclusion did this urologist come to?
Pun intended. I pictures of me with my shirt off.
Nice. Leak those.
Larry the Rock.
I was thinking of maybe having my varicocele operated on again to maybe help the hormones balance out. But because I had it once and it came back, if I do it again, chances are it will come back again. Also, there's added scar tissue. Also, I'm not trying to get anybody pregnant at the moment. So we decided not to do that. But now I'm still like trying to figure out stuff about my hormones.
Is there a scar on your testicle?
It's a pelvic bone. There's two.
Also, they go in through here and then they get down.
There's other ways of there's other ways of doing it. I also had a sports hernia operation, so they had to go in again. Jewish. I just had a conversation about this with somebody the other day. An ex of mine.
T.
Betty. You know Betty.
Yeah.
I think you know Betty.
I know of Betty.
I was thinking of Betty today, actually, because on my way over here, Betty said to me years ago, we dated for a few years. She lives in London, and she helped me produce the while she was while we were together. And I was depressed for a bit and blah, 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 blah. And she goes, you need to be around Lamorne more. She said, you need to be around people that make you laugh. And, which sounds like an obvious thing. I'm actually feeling emotional right now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow, I just got like triggered.
We got tissue.
Okay.
It sounds like an obvious thing, like when you're sad and anxious and or just your day to day, like be around people that make you laugh, be around people that, you know, that you love and stuff. But like when you're in your mid to late 20s and older, it's friendships are often a means of convenience. Like when you work with them, when they live really close, you're around these friends and that's easy. But then when they're not, even if it's just 25 minutes away, you have to like be really conscious to be around your friends and make that stuff work. People are working, they have families, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't even realize, I have to like go out of my way to be happy. And I don't know if you've noticed, but in the past few years, I've texted you and called you more.
Yeah.
It's because of Betty, but also some of my other friends. So I'm like, what? If you don't live within walking distance of me, I don't see you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was on my way over here. I'm like, I'm so glad. I'm always so happy around you.
Oh, thanks.
But anyway, English people call it sport.
And university.
The fuck?
Yeah, they also call arugula rocket.
What in the roundabout way?
Yeah, you never heard that?
Yeah, I know
I've
about.
gone to university.
I know about rockets.
Yes.
Sport.
Rocket.
Sport. It's a bit stupid, isn't it? It's a bit stupid, isn't it? Sport. Which sport, bitch?
Handball.
Ooh, sport. Ooh, sport. Fucking
Handball.
It's technically plural, but singular is why I'm.
Careful with, because the way you are, you and John Rutnitsky. Do you know John Rutnitsky?
I know of him.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
And after every podcast, the only people that do this are you and him. We got to cut out blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, then don't have a podcast.
Yeah, no, we're not cutting.
I just like to say, here's the deal. There are corporate sponsors that, sometimes
I work with BMO. I worked with BMO before you.
Yeah, you did that one commercial that
Super
one time.
Bowl.
Was it a Super Bowl commercial?
A regional Super Bowl, but Super Bowl.
It's the high school Super Bowl.
For people that, for whatever reason, don't know, Lamorne makes almost as much money as I do on the podcast just on his BMO Harris Bank campaign, which has been going on. Are you 4 years in now?
6.
Really? I'm part of the BMO family. Get me in there.
Dude, you're here now. There's the camera right there. What is your plea to BMO?
My first plea is keep doing what you're doing, because I tell everybody about your bank all the time. It's the best bank out there. But also, I would like to be part of the BMO family again.
Rick, we're going to bring you in for a commercial.
Thank you. Campaign.
What'd you say?
I'll do a commercial. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Just one spot.
We'll do 2 spots, isolated, not a campaign.
Okay.
And then we'll see that's Rick and Lamorne have good chemistry.
And that'll be my transition out and you in as the spokesperson.
I don't want to take your place.
Thank you.
The way you did that, thank you, sounded like we talked about in the Damon episode, that ludicrous opening. Thank you, King shit.
Shit.
Right? That's about the past.
You know, it's funny that you bring up the past.
Yeah.
And a lot of people really get people have regret and shame and guilt and of the past and anxiety for the future. But we were talking about some people might be tall and some have a big presence, but the biggest of all is that the present. And if we could just stay here. A lot of people ask me, Rick, how is it that you're an award-winning dramatic actor, yet you're such a funny comedian? The answer is the same exact thing. I don't act. I don't know about you. I listen.
Yeah.
I listen and respond. Yes,
listen
I
and
do my
react.
character work.
Yeah.
Yes, I study the script. I literally studied script analysis in college.
Yeah.
But then on set, your work, if you did what you're supposed to do, is done.
Yeah.
You don't go out on the golf course. Tiger Woods doesn't go out there and think about better not bend my elbow. No, he did the work.
Yeah.
Be present.
That's true. That's good. I like this.
Do you agree?
Man. I agree 100%. I struggle with that sometimes when I'm on set, being present. Because daddy
Did
busy.
you just eat something good?
Being in the now?
What?
Who?
Sound like you ate something tasty the way you said that. Yeah.
It was tasty. I think what he was saying was tasty.
Tell me about that.
I drop delicious jewels sometimes. Sometimes you gotta take these jewels, dip them in your mouth. Don't sip it like that.
It's audio only. So tell me when you struggle with being present and when you don't, and what do you think the difference is?
I think I get too involved with the character research, and I'll do something, and I'll go, I broke that down already. He wouldn't do that. But then I got to go, okay, now you're not living in the moment because anybody could do anything at any given time. Anyone in this room today, right now, has the ability to be a serial killer. You just haven't been presented with an opportunity yet. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, yes.
Yeah. But that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
You brought up serial killer. I have a question.
You asked me about the WebMD. You never asked me a question.
Oh, I got to ask you a question now.
All right, rewind.
Although he said he wanted to go second, so I guess.
Yeah, that's how people take advantage.
I can't argue that.
They're fucking. They use sorcery and trickery.
I'm half Cuban.
Half. So, what's the most romantic? These are from the fans. This isn't from us. What's the most romantic date you've ever planned? Because I know you. You've dated some of the most gorgeous women in the world.
And smartest.
I don't know them personally to know if they could be dumb as a box of raisins. I don't know
Dumb
them.
as a box of...
Raisins.
I feel like you were about to say rocks, maybe?
I was going to say crayons
Oh,
and
rants.
rocks.
Which color?
Which color of what?
Crayons.
We don't see color here. But for you, the color is always
black
beige.
and white episode.
The
Like
color is-
Smartless.
The
That's
color is
Smartless
always
doc.
beige for you. 'Cause
so-
you don't date black women, right?
I've never had a black girlfriend. But I'm,
Open.
very. I don't know how to say this, so I'll just say it. I want a black girlfriend.
Yes.
Not to marry. I just want to have experienced it.
The fuck do you think this shit is?
I
You
don't
think
know.
you just dip? You could just go ahead, dip your little toe.
Haven't you?
Dip your wand.
I don't know who
You've
I'm going
dipped
to
a
marry.
lot of your toes.
I've dipped all my toes and fingers.
No, I've never had a black girlfriend, but I think that is, like you say, there's some foods that you haven't been presented with yet. Did you just eat something good?
Yeah, I did. I just took in what you just said.
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense. I know a lot of black women. Rick, if you're up for it, I want to introduce you to somebody.
Yeah. So,
Thick. Got them scratch marks.
I guess unfortunately the truth is it starts with pictures.
Yeah.
That's just how the world is. Now, if I were to meet somebody in person and then like, oh, I like this person, and then it's like you figure that out. But if I'm gonna be like randomly, who am I gonna meet? I need some data,
You need something.
and that's usually some pictures. But you were saying, so I've dated some people, and
Yeah.
what is the most romantic?
The romantic that you ever planned.
I don't know if this is considered romantic, but it is the most elaborate, and I think it's romantic. And I ended up dating this girl, so it worked. There was a girl. I've told you the story before. I don't know if you remember, but there was a girl who I met online.
Like in a chat room?
No, actually, Twitter.
What?
Oh, you met her on Twitter?
She responded to a tweet?
No, I tweeted her and she followed me. Which is, you might as well give me a hug in public.
Okay, you tweet her.
I tweet her.
She follows you back.
I didn't even follow her yet.
No, she followed you.
I tweeted at her. She followed me.
Yeah, boom, done.
So I followed back.
I was like, nice.
That's probably the most romantic.
That's elaborate, but very easy.
Yeah, no, that's not really that's not even the cold open yet.
Oh, okay. I see what we're doing.
So we were chatting a little bit, and she lived in Los Angeles, but at the time she was working in Hawaii. And my buddy Brent Morin, was part of the team Rick Glassman's.
Yeah.
He a couple months before had just gone to Hawaii to do shows, and he went by himself for like 5 days. Mm-hmm. And I thought that just sounds awesome. Going to do shows, but also like I want to go to Hawaii by myself. That seed was planted already.
Yeah.
So then when she's like, I'm in Hawaii, and I said, and she was going to be back in a couple of weeks. I said, let's get coffee when you're in town. She said, yes. And then a few days before, she's like, I'm not able to come back because I'm working still. And that's why I'm like, how about a coffee in Hawaii? There's my excuse. And she goes, okay.
And you ended up dating.
Wait, but you guys are on Twitter, so are you publicly tweeting each
No,
other?
at this point, no. At this point, we're texting.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I went to Hawaii. Never met this girl, and we never even talked on the phone. The big part of this was like, oh, this is like a funny, cool experience, and maybe it'll be a romantic trip. But if not, like, this is cool.
Yeah.
First time I used my credit card points, I had 10 years worth of credit card points.
Really?
I got myself a first class trip to Hawaii.
They don't run out points?
Damn. Not with BMO Harris Bank.
Wow. Was any part of you
BMO.
afraid that she might be a man of the mana when you got there?
What does that mean?
It means you could be talking to
That you're getting catfished.
You get catfished.
Then I would go to this coffee place in Hawaii, and it would be some person. I would be like, oh, you're not who I thought. I'll just go back to my hotel in Hawaii and have an awesome trip. I even said to her, I said, hey, I don't want to feel any obligation if we don't like each other, or if either of us isn't attracted to the other person, like no obligations for you, none for me. I planned I had a stand-up show that it was a maybe, like I could have done, but I wanted her to know, no obligation. I have a stand-up show on this night. I would do this and this and this. I could have a trip on my own. So let's just do a coffee. And if that's it, that's it. Nope. You don't have to host me. Like, I made it very clear that this is my own trip. That the reason I'm going is like, I want to meet you and let's get a coffee. And that's all it needs to be. That's why I used the points. Cause I just, into myself, I thought like, make it a relatively free trip for me.
Yeah.
Just like have an experience, and then maybe there'll be a girl that I like.
And it was.
Yeah. And it was awesome. I felt so cool too.
When you got there, well, if this is out of bounds, let us know. But on this
you know who
podcast,
I'm talking about? The only thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to talk about other people's business.
Yeah.
So like, just don't mention any names or anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I wasn't going to mention any names because I think I know who you're talking about. Did you guys have sex in this particular trip? Or was it just we like each other, let's see how this goes after I'm done with Hawaii? Was it some mouth stuff? Hand stuff?
So we connected on the first night. No, just connected. No. Guys, what are you eating? I'm just saying we connected. I'm just saying we had a connection. We're saying we had a connection. That's all I'm saying on the first night. So it was like, oh, we like each other. So then on the second night, it's none of your business.
She saw Ricky Steamboat.
No, it's none of your business. But it wasn't superficial. I'm having a nice time. She said, like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But
How was the coffee?
Coffee was good. It was my first time in Hawaii.
Leash, come in. So I can see the mirror. My sister Alicia has shown up.
Hi, Alicia.
You have a question for Rick?
You have a question for Rick?
No, I was talking to you. Have a question for Rick?
Yeah, I have a question for Rick.
He has a question for you, Rick.
Yeah, it didn't finish either.
FYI, Rick is looking for a black girlfriend.
Are you my girlfriend?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you? So
That's how black women talk to their man.
I don't-
Hey, big daddy, you ready for
I
all
know your
that?
brother's older. Is the younger sister?
Younger sister.
Right. So it's interesting. You don't feel protective, or is this you just like me so much that you're okay with that?
I'm okay with this union. That's what I said. She's
26.
younger.
Right, but usually an
younger
older
sister.
older
26.
brother would be protective.
No. You send her to the wolves. I don't give a damn. Get her. No, she's not my blood sister, but we say that so people don't think we're dating because we hang out a lot.
Got you.
So that's my sister. Yeah.
Oh, so basically you have a kid. I'm not. No. I'm seeing a sperm doctor. Well, you're not mic'd.
Rick, if you could change your race, what
Wouldn't
would
do
you,
it.
What would you change it to?
Tell me how long am I changed for? And do other people see this, or do I just get the pros of that race?
Well, this fan who wrote this question and they weren't very specific.
Well, help me out.
Okay, you're changing it for 6 months. You're changing it for an entire year, and here's why: because certain races have certain opportunities throughout the year. Apparently, Black History Month.
Black people better around Valentine's Day. White people better around Thanksgiving. I get it.
Right. Sure.
Native American people not as good in November.
Yes.
Pretty good in April.
Yeah.
Taxes. It's the government, the way they're giving the reparations to Native Americans is through the tax credits, which, by the way, I would make myself black.
Yeah.
And I would go, I would rewatch Suits so I could learn about the law. And I would help black people with reparations. I would give more black people. I would get black people. When black people get podcasts and advertisers, the advertising companies want to take 20% until they make their first million and drop it down to 10, I would say start them at 10.
Yeah.
Because everything they went through.
Yeah.
And I was saying earlier, honest to goodness, I was saying earlier how when I was a kid, I didn't see enough black people on television or women directors. Now, a little much. But at the time, the pendulum has to swing. The pendulum has to, it's overcorrecting right now. I think you could quote me on this, there are too many women directors. But
I'm not going to quote you on that.
bleep it then.
No. I'm not going to quote you on that. The camera will.
Okay.
It'll
but
air as
when I
is.
was a kid, there weren't enough women directors. And there weren't enough black people on television.
And that sat with you.
Yeah, that's why there are. Indirectly, I really believe that one of the reasons there are so many women directors now, like that Bomb movie, remember that came out a few years ago?
Yeah.
Is because of me.
Oh,
What I was able to do for women directors, I would like to be able to do for black podcasters.
Oh, dude.
And you
that's
could quote
awesome.
me on that too.
I will quote you on that. Kyle, you got a question?
I do have one for you, Rick. If you were stranded on a desert island alone and all your food, water, and shelter needs were met, how long before you tried to fuck a coconut?
Buddy, I already am. Try living in LA. I got Postmates and I don't leave the house. Your sister's beautiful. You want to come on the podcast?
We'll set you up after.
You should
We'll
go
get
do
you her
Rick's
number.
podcast.
No, I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
Would you like to come on this podcast? Come here. Come here.
Why did you do that with your hands?
Yeah, what was this little
Yeah,
motion?
when,
That was
when
a
you
weird
called her
one.
over. Why?
I was just telling her. I was just saying if you want to come here.
Oh, two
Why?
fingers, I noticed.
I see what you're doing. That's a
Yeah.
sexual thing.
Come on, just
That's my fucking sister, ho. She like the whole hand.
yeah.
Bleach,
To the
that's
wolves,
gross.
to the
You gotta
wolves.
put them- okay,
Is it true that making
A fist?
not making? I don't want to say I would make you come. It's it's up to you. But like being part of it. Is it true that black women and white women there's a difference with how to make them? I've never made a black woman come. I've never had sex with one.
Yeah. That's fair, but so you're zero.
I've only made out with
100%.
I've only made out with black women and one time something else I can't talk about because it's bad for your culture. But I she blew me. But I
We'll bleep it.
No. But no, I've never had sex with a black woman. Like when you like if you look at certain places in South America
Yeah.
that are like, and you don't hear them speak. Like there's a lot of baseball players. If you didn't hear them speak, you would think they were black.
Yeah.
And then you hear them speak, and you're like, oh, they're Dominican or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
black.
I don't want to speak, Kyle. I feel this is on you
She
because
maybe
you're
was
Cuban.
Dominican?
Is Dominican and black are different?
Well, it depends on the type of Dominican. If you're a black Dominican, then you still black.
Oh, then then I guess it's all the same.
Yeah, I don't care what language you speak. What that skin talking about?
How many would you say?
What them scratch marks look like?
What would you say your percentage of white women to black
White
women?
men? Whoa.
White women to black women. How many more? Because I know definitely much more white women for you.
No,
But how many? What's the percentage
it's not. It's
after you turn 21? Because you
I was a virgin for a very long time.
a lot of people might not know this about Lamorne, but Lamorne grew up where Leroy Brown did, and in the south side of Chicago.
This is
And
bad Leroy Brown.
yep,
He's the meanest cat in the whole day.
that's right. And you had like this kind of trajectory of being like
Poop trains.
then you found Second City, or as I like to call it, your white friends.
Yes.
And you changed.
Yeah, a little
And
bit.
for the better.
Yeah.
What?
Not because of the white stuff, just because of improv. Your ability, yes, and instead of just pass me the rock.
Yeah.
And since then, I've noticed.
Can't say since. You didn't know me before then.
I followed you.
You knew of me. Shout out BET.
That's where I first met Lamorne on BET.
Yeah.
Did you work on BET?
No, I was watching it as a little kid.
That's how I met. That's how Alicia and I met. We were hosts together on BET.
You're not really related.
No, but we met on set. Well, we met during the audition process. 20 years ago.
Wow. 20 years ago.
Look at God.
20 years ago.
Look at God.
You look good, man.
Oh man, thanks for saying so. That means a lot. That's cocoa butter. 1. That's 2. Jesus. So
More of that.
yeah. Okay.
So then I went to Hawaii, and it was a good time.
Wait, what island were you on when you were in Hawaii?
Honolulu.
So you're on Oahu.
Is that the island? I don't remember the island.
Oahu.
Yeah.
Oahu. Okay, so another question coming from a fan. It says, is there a joke you've told on stage that completely bombed, but you
Yes.
still think it's funny?
There's a joke that when I first started, when I was still in Cleveland, I used to do. A guy walks into a doctor's office joke, and
Can you tell it?
I feel like he was about to.
I have like 5 clips online. This is one of them. It's because I did this joke on a house party. So no, but it's on there if you want to. It's called an old racist joke, Rick Glassman or something like that.
Oh, you don't want to say it now because
No, it's fine. It's making fun of racism. It's not really a racist joke. It's making fun of the tropes of it.
I think I know this joke.
But
I don't know.
I used to, but the structure of it originally wasn't about race. It was just this joke that it wasn't working. And I remember I did this set on the west side in Cleveland. I could picture in this basement. And I did this joke, and it multiple times, but this one time it didn't work. And I remember being like, because I tried it a whole bunch. Why doesn't this work? And I was frustrated because this is so funny. And it doesn't. And I kept trying it, and I stopped doing it because of that. And I remember that because I decided to stop doing it. I don't know, 8 years later, I started doing it again. I found like a little different switch of it, and it was funny, or it worked. And that was, I've heard different comics talk about this in their own ways, but like, I realized that it's not that something is or isn't funny. It's that you don't know how to let the audience see what you think is funny. And since then, I've decided that like, if I think if something is funny and it doesn't work, it's not that the thing isn't funny. I just don't know how to do it yet.
Yeah, you can make anything funny. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you in particular because you can for sure, but anyone can. You know what I mean? In the right environment.
How many times will you workshop a joke before you'll just drop it and go?
I used to, once something worked, I would stop doing it.
Okay.
To my detriment, I was on a show with Bill Lawrence, and he once told me that like, because it was a multicam, and it was for a live studio audience, and sometimes 4 of us were stand-up comics, so sometimes we would like in between scenes, like do stand-up crowd work to the audience, and I wouldn't repeat stuff, and he goes, "You have stuff that works, and you're wasting. Like, why won't you use it?" And it wasn't until 10 years in I started repeating material. So now I don't know. I repeat material now, and I'll just keep doing it. But that was a really hard thing for a while.
Rick, I've seen you do in person probably 10 times.
Okay.
I want to say I've seen you perform. I don't think I've ever seen you do the same bit, but it's the same energy around it, which is laughter, obviously, but uncomfort in certain parts. Is that do you love making audience members uncomfortable?
No. So discomfort is a operational cost.
I'm sorry, discomfort.
Is it that I'm okay with them having, but the intention is to still have the release. Like doing this isn't to make people uncomfortable. It's so that this part works.
Right.
I think I figured out.
Obviously, you have. You headlining a lot more?
Headlining.
Yeah, is your name on the marquee?
I'm just now. Once we wrap on the show, I'm just starting to tour for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Since in like 8 years.
Bring us up with you.
You want to travel with me?
Sure.
No, he can travel with you. Just let me keep it local. Every state you go to, I will go there.
I'm doing a live Take Your Shoes Off. It'll just been 4 days ago by the time this comes out, but on Sunday.
Oh, really?
For the first time in town with Adam Ray. You want to do the next one with me?
Oh, yeah. Love Adam.
Do you want to do the next one with me?
Yeah, of course.
We'll do some stand-up?
I mean, it's gonna be terrible, but I'll do it.
You know, I notice every time I see you perform, I also notice something. I don't know if it's intentional. The audience is uncomfortable. Is that something that you're meaning to do?
You know what happens when a black man walks on stage? The room gets still. The room gets silent. You know why? Because a man just walked in. They don't know how to handle all this. That's why they get uncomfortable.
What would your point of view be if you had to do 20 minutes of stand up? What do you think what would be the stuff that you would be not satirizing comedy? If you had to like actually talk about stuff, what would you talk about?
Crowd work. I'd start with crowd work and
Can I see something?
relationships. You want to see something?
Like ladies and gentlemen, from New Girl and Bloodshot and Woke and BMO Harris Bank.
BMO.
And the podcast.
Lamorning After with Lamorne and Kyle. Please keep it loud, keep it proud, and keep it going. Lamorne Morris.
Oh, look at this white man in the front. Ooh, you look like you fuck like this. White people got the low stroke. Oh, man. You know, white people be shopping, but online.
20 minutes of that?
20 straight minutes of everything's
I
going
can
to
give you
start.
some advice.
What? Don't do that?
No, that's awesome. In fact, I might start doing that more. But take a breath, literally and figuratively. Like white people, man, and they fuck like this. The low stroke. Let people enjoy it. Let people catch up with you.
I wasn't going to really do that, but if you say so.
And then while they're laughing, you'll be like, that's how you ride the wave instead of just observe it.
Is it your fans' question next? Or is it mine?
Yeah, I pulled this fan hard. Describe how you successfully slide into someone's DMs.
Well,
This might be someone who, who DM'd.
or who's DM'd me. Sounds more like that. I would say a successful slide, if doing it properly, is not on the sender, but on the receiver. For example, how do you successfully slide into home plate? Are you asking the runner? Because if you could be in the helmet of the catcher and the catcher wants you to slide into home plate, well, honey, all you got to do is slide. So it's really up to the receiver. That's why I say I never make a girl come. I let her. It's up to her.
You allow her to come.
Yeah. Also, when you slide into somebody's DM, make sure that you know that even if your intention isn't to marry this person, if you do, how are you going to feel about telling your kids how you met your wife or husband?
That's true.
It's a good origin story.
Yeah.
That's true. Because we had Jake Johnson on a little bit ago, and he talked about meeting some of his exes in gangbangs. And that's what he said. Go back, roll the tape.
Watch the clip.
He talked a lot about it.
Watch the clip.
What you don't want to do is then, if you marry this person, you got to come up with a completely different story. You can't be like, yo, Timmy, I met your mom. She was
That's how you talk to your kid. Yo, Timmy, I met your mom.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say, hey, Tim, I met mom?
No.
See, this is the problem with you not being present.
Because she's not my mom.
The night we did our show with Harry Mack, and you called Deion Cole.
Yeah, and he didn't pick up.
That night I saw him at the Improv. I told him that I'm like, we called you and we called somebody and it was some other person who answered, and we asked, how long have you had this phone number? And she said, 2 years. So Lamorne went through his texts of the past 2 years. Hey man, I'm in Chicago. What's up? And he's like, oh, we're doing this project together. I don't know why he's not writing me back.
Oh my God.
I do not have Dion Cole's phone number.
How black people, it's definitely not an exclusively black thing, but I have noticed with like my celebrity friends, the black people change their phone numbers all the time.
Yeah.
What is that?
Honestly, we tired of people texting us. We got other.
You've never changed your number?
My number is
No,
changed.
he's changed.
Oh yeah, you have once.
Yeah,
I still have 2 numbers of
Because
yours.
so many people come up to this guy like and randomly, and he's too nice. He'll give his number to
white
everyone.
people?
Yeah.
Oh, you give your number to people?
People, we talked about this back in the day.
Yeah,
When we were at BET, people would walk up and be like, yo, bro, man, I love your show, dog. I'm like, thanks, man. Hey, man, real quick, give me your phone, man. Take my number. Or give me your number. And it put you on the spot.
I don't even do that with Instagram follows. Somebody says, let me do this. I say, I don't, I will not feel obligated to follow anybody on Instagram, but message me. I'll look at your profile. But I probably won't. I say,
I can't. You know what it is with me? I don't think I can do the. I don't have that. I don't have that
yet.
Leisha talks about it all. I don't have it. It's like I see somebody. I feel obligated to be.
He's too nice. Even the security guard on this last job you did, the security guard was like, "Let me get your number, man."
Hey,
And
what's
you were like,
nicer? What's nicer? Being candid about to somebody about like, hey, we could talk online, but I don't like giving people my phone number that are part of my life, or giving them the phone number and then changing your phone.
Well, let me. I'll tell it to you like this.
Do it in song, please.
I had the flu one day. I need a beat.
Got you.
Oh, Joey might have a free beat for you too. Oh shit! Let's go.
Ooh! I had the flu one day. I had the cough. It was nasty. Yeah. The phlegm out my chest. Yeah, rubbed some Vicks on my breast. Went to the store. I went to Pavilions to find some nasal spray. I got an aisle 3. I was just like, hey, is this the one that I want? It's on discount. Cool. It's all the same. It ain't name brand. I ain't that type of fool. I understand what they doing. But in aisle 4 comes a motherfucker he was about to ruin.
Big
Oh shit, Lamorne, I'm a big fan. Can I get your phone number? Could I hold your hand? We can make love to me, rub to me, fun to me. Baby, get them grub with me. Ooh, you are the ocean seas. You're my perk. You are my favorite character. Oh, new girl. I said,
Yeah, I said, no, bitch, get the fuck up out my face.
Please.
I got a nasal shit. Bitch, a big nasal spray.
Nasal spray.
Nasal spray. Sorry, I was getting caught up in
You're in it. Don't get out. Don't get out.
Word vomit. When I was in there talking to her, I said I had to comment. But actually, it wasn't a she. It was indeed a he. But I don't look at gender. I just had a cold. So I was up in there doing what I had to do. Well, blow my nose. Long story short, I said, no, nigga, get the fuck out my face. I don't want to take no picture.
And he said, damn, fuck you, bro. You're a bitch.
First of all, that was a terrible beat.
But you said you did give them their number.
Hold on. What in the jazz man is that? Oh, that beat.
Are you going to auto-tune me or what are we doing here? What's your budget?
Is that a free beat? Is that what we could use it?
Hey.
We gonna cut all that because that was dog shit.
If you cut that, dude, with all the stuff that I put on my podcast of how bad everything sounds.
I drop bars on your podcast. I drop bars.
You can't cut that.
Anyway, I'm not going to cut that.
That was so good. I would listen to that on my way home.
No, you
just to remind myself of like, oh, I guess I am better than Lamorne.
Cut that. So I was in the aisle. I was sick. Some guy comes up to me and he goes,
"Let me get your phone number."
No, he said, "Hey, can I get a?" He said, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" And I said, "Oh man, not right now, bro." I was like, "Thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm fucking sick." And he was like, "This, fuck you, man. It's just a picture." And I was this close to slapping the shit out of him because I was agitated. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I don't want to feel like that when people ask me certain things. And I didn't want to get into an altercation. So I just said, mm-hmm. And then I kept walking, right? Fast forward, everyday life, when people ask for photos, I always say yes. That's just because I'm always in the mood to take one. But people ask me for my phone number sometimes. I don't want to say like, oh man, I can't, hey, whatever the reason being, and them to go, fuck you, because that's when I have to let a nigga know.
Lamorne, you don't have to make it as if it's an apology. I'm sorry, I can't. It's not. It's just a boundary. And there's so many ways of doing it. You could do it playful and honest. You could literally lean the other way and be like, I'm not going to give you my phone number. I don't know you. I'll take a picture with you.
That's good. That's really good.
You're actually good. I think about this often. Yeah, I think about this often because sometimes people come up to me and they say they're a big fan of the podcast or something. And there's even a half a beat of linger where am I supposed to host this interaction now, or are you going to tell me what you want, which is either can I get a picture, nice to meet you, goodbye, or whatever. And it could be awkward because like to say, hey, do you want a picture with me is it's like a low stakes version of going on a date with somebody and going in for a first kiss and they don't want to kiss you yet. It's like, do you want a picture? And then they're like, oh, sure. And like, oh, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But there was a time we were at the Galleria. We had just seen whatever movie. I don't know. It was probably something with people in it.
Spider-Man 3.
And we were going down the escalators and these girls were fanning out. And you said they didn't ask for a picture, but you knew.
Yeah.
And you're like, do you girls want a picture? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you. And I was like, oh yeah, host them. You lead. They're feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
I don't mean this in a self-deprecating way. I wasn't on New Girl. I don't think people want to get a picture with me. If they did, they would ask. So like there have been times where it's a little like, oh my gosh, I'm a fan, but they're not asking for a picture. And I think of you and I'm like, do you want to get a picture or something? And I've done it a couple of times where they said no.
Oh.
And it doesn't hurt my feelings, but I do feel uncomfortable. Like I put them in a position where they had to say what you don't want to do.
Do you do any impressions, Ray?
No, it's like a magic trick.
No.
When I see people doing those, even just dialects. You both are good at them. And somebody who I want to plug for this podcast, I think you know him, I'm not sure, but I thought about him twice now because being around people that make you laugh, he's one of those people. And also, he's so good at character work. Do you know Amir K?
Amir K?
Yeah.
No.
I know Amir Khan, the boxer.
No.
Oh.
Well, I know you got a lot of people that you're friends with already. His name's Amir, yeah.
Long
Amir
hair?
K.
Yeah.
I know Amir through someone else. I've met him before. He was dating a friend.
He's so, oh yeah, that's right. He's so
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, yeah.
So funny. And his character work, it's not just impressions. I'm going to shout out Amir, Andrew Santino, and Aristotle Atheris are my three friends the most that like they do characters and they are locked. And you, but this is your podcast. Yeah. They're locked in where it's not just the voice. They like have decisions as these people.
Adam is like that.
Adam and Santino get locked in a different way to me than Amir and Aristotle. Andrew and Adam do it in a way that is so silly, in the best way. It's like the other two do it in a way that they could, I'm sure Santino and Amir and Adam can too, but just the stuff that I've seen, these other guys do it to where like they could be very silly, but also like, oh, I believe they could sit down as that
as
thing
the character
and be funny and you laughing at them, but not know that you would think that's real.
Like Will Sasso playing like Schwarzenegger on something, perhaps. He's so in character.
Oh, I've seen him do it in Mad TV. I don't know. But like Amir does it in a way where he could come out on stage and you would think he was whatever that thing was.
I want to circle back to something.
Yeah.
Kyle, this goes back to the phone number thing. I'm sorry, I have to go back to it because Kyle and I wouldn't be friends if I weren't so nice. Kyle was a stranger when we met.
Same.
And he walked up
Same
saying,
with you and me.
Yeah, that's my point. Kyle, I could have saw you or Kyle and been like,
yeah, but you obviously connected with Kyle when you met him.
yeah, I connect. I'm a people person. I connect, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. I connect. Kyle had a dream.
Like one of our favorites.
Martin Luther King.
Oh, I didn't even think about him. Eddie Murphy, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like he wanted to, because of
be-
Dreamgirls.
Dream Girls.
Oh, yeah. But Jimmy want more. Jimmy want more.
Jimmy want
more.
Oh my gosh. He would be a guy that if you get him on the podcast, at least now, you'd want so much from him.
I think he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
He would do I'm saying he would do a podcast, but he wouldn't give you old Eddie.
Would you do your impression of him for him?
No, because it's a dog shit impression.
I'm just wondering.
I don't think I have a good Eddie Murphy impression.
Jake does.
I think Jake Johnson has a great one. He just goes, Hercules.
ice cream.
Yeah. So Eddie,
also, I want to say that Santino, Adam, and you, when I have to have people do impressions on my podcast, we call people. You guys are my 3 go-tos.
Yeah. Whenever I get a phone call from Rick, Rick never calls me to just be like, hey, what's up, dude?
Not true at all. I FaceTime you often to play and chat off the podcast. So I will not concede to that.
No, you have to concede to that. Go look at your call history. Rick, we are real friends, but when I get an unsolicited phone call from Rick, what goes through my mind is, okay, who do I have to pretend to be?
I usually tell you. I always tell you.
Who do I have to pretend to be? And there are moments there are times where you've called me and I'm in the middle of something, like I'm doing something serious, or I'm talking to my mom or something like that, and I get a message from Rick. I'm like, I have to ignore it. I have to ignore it. I have to make sure I'm not available right now because Rick's going to have me on the phone. You did it once with someone who was it Harlan, or it was somebody who I was a
dude. That one is one of my favorites. With Harlan, he was talking about Johnny Cochran Jr. And we called him. We actually called him and we got him on the phone. And then he knows Denzel Washington. And then they called Denzel. He called Denzel. So we had Johnny Cochran and Denzel on the phone having a conversation with each other, to the point where then Harlan and I got up and left the room, and it's just on the empty chairs, and it's just him for 3 minutes, just going to town.
I mean, he puts you on the spot for sure. I wouldn't do that to you.
I also always, I either text first and say what it is, or I tell you, hey, I want to do this. Are you cool with it? And if not, I would edit it out. I never do it and not tell you what's going on. But it's never planned. It's always just organic shit. And I have so much fun on my podcast, and it's like I love playing, you know. So I call you. I just had David Cross on, and we got Cat Williams on the phone, and it was Damon Wayans Jr.
Oh yeah,
doing Cat.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't really do a good one.
Yeah, even better.
And it was like, he's so good.
Oh my gosh. Harvey Weinstein tried to suck my penis, and I said no.
Oh, I could have called you.
You should have called me. Listen, I love Cat Williams.
You know, I actually
using little fella.
I actually am. I don't know when it's going to be out because we haven't recorded it yet, and blah blah blah. But I am having Cat on, and I want to talk to you about that.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Is Cat actually coming on the podcast? Like the real Cat Williams, or is this Adam Ray in blackface?
What's the difference? It would be such a funny bit if he goes on a Cat Williams goes on a podcast at some point, and then in the last 15 minutes, with the cloth wipes his face, and you just edit to where it's some white guy, and he reveals this whole time he doesn't exist.
Cat Williams has always been Bill Burr. You have a question?
I had some more questions, but Rick, how long do we have you for?
So I just bought some new podcast equipment.
Okay,
and
I didn't want to tell you guys why Rick had to move his time up.
Oh no!
But now that you're on the pod,
I have
urology.
Just a half hour. No, I'm trying to get this in time for a recording that I'm doing, and I found out that they need me to sign for it, and they said that they're arriving in 37 minutes.
It's not. It's an Apple Vision. That's what you ordered. You ordered.
No, I got new cameras and new new lenses and.
Really?
Yeah, I spent a lot of money.
Kind of money.
I spent a lot of money on this.
What'd you spend on this equipment?
$400,000.
And I still have to get to a new thing for my audio. But close to.
You remember that time where I was wearing the LeBrons and I dunked on you and you instantly retired?
No, I don't remember. I remember giving you a pair of my LeBrons.
No, you remember that?
But never dunking on me.
You remember the video we made where I dunked on you?
Oh, yes, I do. It was an 8-foot hoop, and you needed a couple of attempps. What was that for? Some sketch?
No, that was for Nike. That was for an international.
That was
TV
an 8-foot hoop. I remember thinking like
10-foot hoop.
It was. You should have just made it like 2 inches shorter, so you could have dunked on it. But you made it like more than a foot shorter, and it just didn't look real.
No, it looked. It's authentic. When you watch the video, you roll the tape back. I was up in the clouds, baby. I was up there. Remember, see the air up there?
Yeah.
Shout out to Saleh. Passed the ball to Saleh, Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
Tupac was in that.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he was in one of those basketball movies, Above the Rim or something.
Above the Rim. Yep. You like Tupac?
Nope. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited when Obama became president, honestly, because I wanted to see some changes. But since then, I see no changes. I mean, this whole conversation, all I see is racist faces.
Yeah.
Oh, misplaced hate.
Makes a disgrace to races. I wonder. I do. I wonder what it takes to make this just one better place. Let's erase to waste it. Give me a beat. Take the evil out of the people that be acting white. So black and white.
Any beat?
Smoking.
Let's see.
Just put up Bruce Hornsby's the way it is.
But this time listen, Kyle.
No beat. It's okay.
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
Yes, a beat. You're here, Kyle. You gotta drop bars.
Freestyle.
Hey, if you do, let me say something. I won't be mad at you.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
yeah. So you do like Tupac.
Hey.
I, at Jewish summer camp, fell in love
Which
with...
one did you go to?
It's none of your business. I fell in love with Tupac and the Backstreet Boys. I think I told this story to somebody recently at the same time. And when you find out about stuff and people think it's cool, you don't realize that some people might not think something's cool. And I Backstreet Boys and Tupac are the coolest. And I got home from camp and my brother took me to Best Buy and I wanted to get both. I got both CDs. Oh, it was Tupac's Greatest Hits. It was my first Tupac album. It was a 2-disc set, but that and Backstreet Boys, I think Millennium, whatever one it was. And my brother made fun of me for getting Backstreet Boys. And I remember thinking like, not being like secure in myself and I don't care what you think. I like what I like, which I do. And I still like the Backstreet Boys. But I remember being like, I don't understand what's not cool about this.
About Backstreet Boys?
What's not cool about Backstreet Boys?
Those dudes are pretty cool, man.
They were.
Hanging out in the back
And DJ Cool.
Always up to no
That was
good.
my first explicit CD.
DJ Cool?
Let me clear my throat. Yeah. That was all from camp.
You got a beat? Ready to go? This Kyle's about to kick us off.
Oh, shit.
Kyle, do you need a topic? Do you need a word? Or are you just going to go?
Give me like 5 words. I'm like Harry Mack.
Why don't you talk about, like, do a proper wrap
Harry
up?
Mack.
Talk about what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is a boom bap beat.
Yeah. Here we go.
Ooh.
About to drop bars.
Oh, yes.
Chilling with 2 of my friends, also big stars.
Yep.
Wait, hold up. Ricky G, Ricky Steamboat in the building. Lamorne Morris on my left, Rick on my right. Gonna get loose, not tight.
Oh.
Might drop it down Friday night.
Nice.
Psych.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
Think I'm light? Never.
Skinned it. Yeah. Oh.
Got bars for days. Cars for days.
Damn.
JK, just 1 car, but we're working on getting a second one. Yeah.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Kyle, that's pretty good.
I like that beat. Keep it going.
Rick, you want to go? You gotta save you for last because you're the special guest. Give me a beat. Oh shit!
It's like
this sounds like Prince.
Yeah. Gotta be smooth with it. Yeah. Ricky Glassman. Ricky Glassman, the ass man. We call him Ricky G. He giving up that ass cause that dick ain't free.
Damn.
You gotta pay the fee. You gotta pay the piper. Rick Glassman in the building, we call him the sniper. Yeah, he in your bitch. We call him a lifer. Cause he never get out. He never get out them thighs. He always up in them thighs like meat pies, like Muslims on the corner selling bean pies. You already know, but that's what they be doing. The black Muslims, they be out there saying bean pie, my brother. I'm like, no. I'm not a lover of carbs. The beans are cool, but the outside crust, gotta put them in the guard.
I'm not a lover of carbs. Football nothing. I lover of farbs. Did the beat just change?
No, we just slowed it down a little bit.
So it slowed down a little?
Yeah.
Because I was getting into my Brett Favre.
Brett Favre flow? Brett Favre flow? Brett Favre flow. Greatest of all time, the GOAT. We ain't talking about Favre. I mean, nope. We ain't talking about Brady either, though. What I'm about to say next, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go there. Patrick Mahomes, he might be the GOAT. Greatest of all time. You already know.
Don't say that.
Got that melanin all up in his arm. He got that melanin all up in his arm. He got that charm. Dude is skilled with the pill. He can throw the rock real far.
Okay.
Far.
Go, thank you so much. I don't know enough about football, but I think I know all those 3 people.
Yeah. Those are the only ones I know, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of football.
What about Donovan McNabb?
Donovan McNabb, I love him. I can't get rid of him. Just like a scab.
Dan Marino from Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah. Oh, I love Dan Marino.
Ooh. Rick, you liking this?
I mean,
Can you come in on this?
I don't. This isn't what I do. I'll try, but I do like this music.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Ooh,
It's like an 80s crime cop movie right now.
Yeah, like Beverly Hills Cop. Ooh.
Ooh, what you doing?
Wait, stop. I got an idea. Psych, nothing comes in my mind unless I'm my Rhea, my Gia, my Fia, my Kia, my Leah. Oh shit. Sandstorm, Sandborn, Sandstorm, Corn, Dorn. Never stop unless I'm going from Horns, Dorn. Game of Thrones, never stop midgets with hymns, thorns. Unless you talk about my favorite place, Dorn, Horn.
Ooh.
Dorn, scorn be a lesson. A woman scorn is nothing unless you fuck around and messing with the clit, the dick, the tit and shit. Kiss her on her nose, her ears, her lips. Lick her little teeth, lick her little nips. Play a little backdoor, stick it in the hip. Listen, oh, daddy, you so clever. I like the way you put it inside my bean lever. Never stop, you get it and never hit. Indirected and in step directed. Jan 6, you not stop surrection. Never stop going in out surrection. I'm a bow, beat, bam, pow. Never stop going unless you edit style. Watching Food Network like it goes inside when you're talking about God when he goes pow. Emerald Lagasse, gotta see linguine, stop to my seat, bling bling, emeralds on my ring, put it on the back, good wash, omega sing, omega ring, omega sing, the mega ding, mega nigga fring, ming ding, the ding-a-ling.
Almost said the N-word.
Yeah, almost heard it.
Almost. Yeah. That's going to be your gotcha moment.
That's gonna be my album.
Damn,
Rick
that was
Glassman
fire.
almost said the N-word.
Rick,
All right, we got Rick for a few more minutes.
Few more minutes.
Quick. We're
Okay.
playing a game real quick. Ready?
Okay, yes.
Rick,
yes.
tell us
Wasn't I
when you have
supposed
to
to
leave.
talk
Tell us when you have
about
to
like a
leave.
moment after?
No.
No.
You're good.
Okay.
We're playing a game called Porn or 90s Band. So you're going to hear a title and you have to tell us if it was a porno or a 90s band.
Great.
Everyone gets to guess.
Okay.
Ready? First one. The Pie Tasters.
Porn.
That's porn?
Yeah.
I think the Pie Tasters is probably a band.
So band official.
Yeah.
Well, odds are would be banned because it's the and it's framed as a group.
Yeah. Well, it could be like a gangbang.
But that would be
video.
but I would love to that was a movie. So I'm going to go with would I rather listen to the Pie Tasters or watch it, and that's how I'm going to answer it.
So you'd rather watch.
Because I think a band called the Pie Tasters
Probably not good.
it might not be my genre because I'm gluten free at the moment. Go ahead.
It is a band.
It's a band.
Yeah, it's a band.
Yeah, because if it were the Pie
the.
Tasters, it would be something nasty.
If it was
Yeah.
just if it was Pie Tasters without the
Yeah.
or Tasting Pies.
Yeah, tasting cream.
Yeah. I think that would be the
I don't watch
the
porn,
innuendo.
So that's kind of.
Never
I
seen
haven't
one in
really
my
either,
life.
Ben.
Yeah, I don't. I've been in a few, but I don't watch them. I don't like to watch my work.
I've
Maybe using
stopped.
that Apple Vision.
I've stopped coffee and really limited porn as well.
I got
Good,
that Apple
dude. That's
Vision.
good. That's good. Next
Just
one.
so you know, I'm untainted. You might not have liked what I did because you didn't hear the beat, but when we play back, you'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, come here."
Rick, you're in.
No, Rick, you gotta stop doing that. Rick, you gotta
Can
stop
have a
doing
few
that.
for more minutes. Jawbox.
Well, if it was I would say band. So I'll say porn.
You're saying porn? I'm gonna say a band.
Sounds like a band.
It sounds like a band, but because I'm not gonna watch a porn that's called Jawbox.
Yeah, what is that? Just some Jewish guy who's got TMJ disorder trying to eat a girl out?
Probably.
It is a band.
Band.
Yeah, it's a band. It's
Yeah.
a band.
Yeah, Jawbox. That sounds disgusting.
Dirt Pipe Milkshakes.
That's a band.
That's a band for sure.
I'm gonna take a guess on this one. I haven't looked. I'm gonna go. You guys are both
just
going band.
watched
I'm
you
going
look.
porn. No, my finger's covering it.
Dirt pipe milkshakes.
Yeah. Dirt Pipe Milkshakes. I'm saying porno. Movie.
Oh, you know what it could be? Dirt pipe could be the butthole.
No way.
Milkshakes be the release of one's
No, you're thinking of
milkshake.
Daniel Day-Lewis, and you're wrong.
Okay.
It's a porno.
Yeah, dog. I've
Let's
seen it. That's the reason why I
go.
know. I've seen it.
The Urge, not to be confused with the Purge or the Purge Anarchy. Just the Urge.
I'll say porno, even though it has the. I'm gonna go. I'm saying all the opposites here.
You're gonna go.
I'm gonna go zero. I'm gonna try to go all zeros, because that way I can make it feel like I was in control of this.
I'm going porno again.
The Urge.
The Urge.
I'm gonna say a band.
Band.
Let's go.
It is a band.
Because Urge isn't something that people talk about in porn unless you like that sensual
Also,
stuff. I haven't seen it.
It's not a play on words enough to be a porn. The urge. If it said the urge to lick my butt, I would be like,
Yeah.
band. Go ahead.
Last one here, boys. There's a black man in my wife's ass.
Band.
Thursday night. I like to on Thursdays I cuck off.
Oh,
Go ahead. Sorry. go
Band.
ahead.
Band? Larry?
One more time. What's it called?
There's a black man in my wife's ass.
If that's a band,
Or
I
there's
need
a
to. If that's a band, I need to get
Yeah,
tickets.
alternate pronunciation. There's a black man in my wife's ass.
Go ahead and say
Band
that.
because of theirs.
Band?
That's a porn. That's a
Both
porn.
bands?
I'm gonna say porn.
Band.
I want it to be a band.
Yeah.
Band.
What would their single be? There's a black man in my wife's ass. Single
Well,
is
I'm kind of I know this band, so but I could. If you actually, could you play the instrumental of the song that I love so much from them? Tell me the first pronunciation that you said.
there's a black man in my wife's ass.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I got it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's a black man in my wife's ass.
Yeah.
No pass.
Yeah.
Task.
Yeah.
Rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah. How's this colored? Do we need a LUT? Are we good?
Yeah.
This sounds good. What's this cut? We good? Oh, you a black man?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now put your dick inside my girlfriend's butt.
Don't mind if I do. Put the penis up in the chute with a poop. Hopefully she's clean. I don't want to put this thing up in a spleen and pull out something green, if you know what I mean.
I got a black man inside my butt.
Huh.
I got a black man giving what? I got a black man doing what he does best. I got a black man called eagle in my butt nest. I like eggs in my butt. Scrambled or pure, I like hard-boiled black dick inside me, girl. I like a good man, someone who makes me laugh. I want him coming and busting all over my white ass. I got a black dick inside my butt. I got a black man doing gives a what? Got a black man giving all us up. I got a black man in my butt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably my favorite of theirs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a porno though, so we didn't even have to do all that.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was a porno.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a real band. But guess what? I love it. Hey, Rick, I brought you a gift. I brought you something very, very special. If you look under your seat,
Feel under there. No, that wasn't it. Oh, no, we found it.
Oh, I
We
know what
found
this
it.
is.
what is it?
It's a shirt.
It's
Rick
a shirt.
has
Is it a
found
shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to tell the story about this shirt.
Oh,
Rick
is this
is
something
now-
that are you like? I don't know it yet. Is this something I gave you and you're giving it back?
No. You'll know when you open it.
Rick is now opening the gift for you guys just listening.
Yeah, it's something I gave you.
Right. Something I bought.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
So you posted something. 'Cause I'm a very supportive friend.
Well,
You know,
no, you're not, because now you're giving it back to me.
I'm not giving it back to you. I'm just, it's a gift. If you can have it, if you want it, because I
I
paid
have.
for it. It's not even, if you had given it to me, if you had gifted it to me, then I'd give it back to you. Then it would be, I'd be a
I
bad
would have
friend.
given it to you.
But that's the point. I had to pay for it.
Why is it extra small?
It's a medium. That's not going to fit
it's
me.
super. And when I wore that shirt, I was about 185 pounds.
Yeah, this isn't going to fit me.
Yeah.
It
So
is tri-blend and very comfortable.
can you show it to the camera again? It says replenish. What's the story behind replenish?
Well, I have a family who a family video that has gone viral of my cousin who took the last diet soda out of the refrigerator and didn't replenish it with another one. So there's only warm ones, and my mom was a little upset, and my dad was furious
Because he didn't replenish.
because he didn't replenish.
And so Rick goes on TikTok and he's talking about replenish shirts for sale. And I hadn't seen the viral video yet.
Yeah.
So I said,
All you have to do is go to TikTok or YouTube and just type in replenish. It'll be there.
it's there. It's huge. But I didn't know that at the time.
Oh, it's huge. I sold, I sold that.
Oh, you for
you.
sure did. $75 for a fucking
No
t-shirt.
way, dude. I don't.
$75.
No way.
That's what they charged me.
No.
That's what they charged me. And I ordered it. I wear it super tight, super snug, exposed nipples.
Never get a medium. I don't care how small you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not fitting in a medium when you're 180?
I don't remember it being a medium. I just got it. And then it was so tight. I sent the picture to Rick and he was like, why did you buy that? I would have given you one. I'm like, because you fucking posted about it. Saying, please go buy my merch.
So if I post, whatever I post, you'll do?
If you're my friend, yeah.
Wow. I should have you post. I should post.
That's
could
all the
somebody
time
hook me
we-
up with Lala?
That's all the time we have,
Remember?
you guys.
This is where you guys met?
This is like when John Connor realized he could make the Terminator do anything.
Right.
Oh, Lamar's going to do it.
Oh, you on the clock.
I haven't done it in a while.
Okay. Rick, if you had to, what's the over-under? He gets it. Is it 30 seconds?
No, I'd say under 5 minutes. For sure, under 5 minutes. Can you do it, Rick, under 5 minutes?
I don't know what I could do, but let's
Rick
see.
has a beautiful mind. I think he can get it done in 40 seconds.
No. No way.
Yeah, pass the ball to Michael Jordan.
I'm getting so fucking frustrated. It's not a prop. It's
a real Rubik's Cube.
I know, but yes.
Tap me in, Rick, if you need help.
Stop it. No, I have to. This is really making me angry.
I only did like 3 moves to unravel it.
That's all it takes.
No,
I really got to pee.
You got to pee? All right, go ahead. Do your thing.
I did it backwards.
You did it?
Yeah.
Oh! Let me see.
There was one part that was there was one part that I got hung up on. And you know when you talk about like something gets in your head and you're not present? Mm-hmm. That's a similar feeling. And like I'm looking at something I know I know how to do it and so I can't, and I just got really, really hot. And then he's like, you could tap me in. You could tap me in. I'm like, just leave me alone for a fucking second.
Yeah, man, let him know. Play into that, dive into that, go there.
Yeah, it's like him leaving and stopping saying like, give it to me. It's like made me feel calmer, but like it could be a choice of mind to be like drown out that. And I think that's a good exercise.
This is a great exercise. Yeah, he did it. But right now, Rick's in a pocket right now where he's in touch with himself. Finally, we connect with Rick.
Sometimes when we feel external factors creating obstacles, we have to remember that everything is made up and perspective is a decision. And I don't need to be left alone to be left alone. Because what we think is right could just be the left alone.
Yes.
Because in my mind's eye, I see something different, a gimmick, a game that we play, whether you're out or you're in it. Your soul could fly high, soar to the heavens, but if you're living in God's faith, then how could you learn his lessons? Light a candle, light a match, turn a light on. In fact, it's illuminating our soul, our bodies, our lats, because it comes down on top of us. It's not something that prolapse, because if we stress, if we're anxious, take a breath, man. Relax. Because a Rubik's Cube is only that because it's 6-sided. But you could choose to be humble or flip it, be 6-sided. Now I'm laying back in a couch, my legs up, I'm chill. But at the end of the day, turn off the lights. We got to pay our bill. And there's only one bill we owe.
Yeah.
That's decency. Yeah. Whether it's calm, whether it's efficient, whether it's love, it's just decency.
Talk your shit.
A, B, decent. See? Let's Take Your Shoes Off podcast with Rick Glassman, or at Rick Glassman on all your social media. And if I could ask you to do one thing, it wouldn't be to buy a shirt. It wouldn't be to subscribe. It would be to remember that you don't know what's going on in somebody else's day. There's a very easy choice to make. Let's choose kindness. I'm Rick Glassman. Thank you so much.